Hey everybody, this is Screen Singer. Welcome back to Rare Replay, and I am here with Battletoads Arcade. Um, so this is cool. I never actually got a chance to play this in the arcade, even though I was definitely going to a lot of them in 1994. So this is, as much as I love Battletoads, going to be a completely new experience for me. Alright, so who do I want to play as? Hold on. It's raining and the dogs are going nuts. Okay, so Pimple's the strongest, Rash is the fastest, and I believe Zitz is the most balanced. So I'm gonna go with Zitz for now. I'm gonna watch this opening thing first, though. I'm just waiting for it to get to the thing where it shows me the Zitz profile. Unless it did already and I just missed it. Anyway, while I'm waiting for that, may as well talk a little bit about this game. So the Dark Queen is not a boss in this, but we have General Slaughter, who you can see at the top right of the border. Oh yeah, that's right, they have real names. Because they're like regular people who were sucked into an alternate dimension. That's not something I knew in any of the original games, so I found that out when I was looking up this one. So anyway, General Slaughter is in the top right corner. He looks a lot different than he did in the original game. Robo-Magnus left. He's the final boss. Karnath is, I think, the second boss. He's the little snake guy that you had to climb in the original game on that one level. And he's obviously in the bottom right. And then Dark Queen is in the top left, although she only makes an appearance in this. She's, as I said, not a boss. So it's all kind of interesting. I think there's a couple of other bosses. There should be a Robo-Rat, which is actually the rat Scuzz, piloting a robot. That's more of a bonus level. I don't even think you have to kill it. Morgan Ziegler, that's my real name. 6'8", damn. I didn't know Zitz was the leader. I thought Rash was the leader. Alright, let's do this. Froggen hides. Well, that was bad. Alright. I like how much bigger your fists are when you kill someone in this game. So like that my leg can turn into a chainsaw. So I'm loving the interaction with items in this one. By the way, I'm not worried about losing lives, because apparently in this version of the game, you have infinite continues. Or I guess you could see it as being infinite quarters. So those right there, whenever whenever they're on the ground and you do something to them, it's called a smash hit. I think that's what it's called. And each character actually has their own, and I think they have a few different ones. You probably noticed that on the profiles it shows you. So I think the kind of smash hit you use depends on what kind of enemy you're fighting. You look really slow when you're holding these boxes. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. Could have gotten an early smash hit on that guy if I hadn't been getting attacked. But whatever, not that big a deal. Because as I said, infinite continues. I just don't know how to... Okay, you do them with B. I guess you only get one life when you're using a continue, that sucks. So there's only 6 stages in this game. I'm not sure how long they are, but my guess is it won't be a very long game at all. And I'm just realizing, I think I said in the video before this that I was going to be playing Cobra Triangle. I just kind of changed my mind at the last minute. I had a hard-on for Battletoads at the time, and nothing was going to stop it. Oh, there he is. Damn. He is one imposing badass. That's pretty cool. Really? You can smash hit the boss? Oh, okay, it doesn't kill him. That just surprised me a little bit. Oh, and he can do it to me. Well, that's interesting. Oh, and I like these missing teeth when he pops back up on the screen. And when he's doing his little rush attack, you can see he's missing teeth. So that Psycho Pig is called a Grunty Giblet! Or Giblet, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. He was the rat that you were racing in the rat race level of the original. Like that length, 93 feet and 2 inches. Oh yeah, these rabid reindeers, I think you have to jump. Yeah. I like that those rats are dressed as elves. Oh, the snowman makes a return from the original game. And he's still a son of a bitch. Well, this Arctic level isn't nearly as bad as the one in the original. That one was just annoying. And it's kind of funny, the game where they're trying to milk quarters out of you somehow seems easier than the one where, they're not. Not that I wouldn't still be spending a lot of quarters, just saying. Yeah, I spoke too soon. Give me that gun. Damn it. It was just too late. Nice. I love how your hands turn into all kinds of weapons. Yeah, so that attack gets annoying. There's a snapshot where you have to beat these guys, like a million of them doing it at the same time. If you missed that sign, it said "Snow Way Back," just a stupid pun. Yeah, so for as imposing as they look, it's not actually that hard to kill the reindeer. I like those weapons, this is just a hard place to use it. You never really get the weapons for very long either way. Whoops. It says almost there, let's see if that's true. I didn't expect him to go back the other way. Catching flies is definitely a lot easier than in this game than the original. The only problem is they don't really give you much. Damn it. Okay, so I guess the blue ones take just slightly longer to kill, but it doesn't matter because we're at the exit and it's time to fight Karnath. Now, in the snapshot at least, he is really easy. You literally just dodge his attacks and then hit. I like that you just drill his face off, so violent. Okay, a little harder than I remembered it. Oh man, I never got caught by him when I was playing the snapshot. I didn't realize he did that much damage. Oh, I was thinking stand in one place and then move, but he lunged a bit faster than I was expecting. And I ran right into him. So that one was obviously my bad. That one was my bad for just facing the other way for no good reason. But yeah, as you can see, he's technically a lot easier, you know, than a General Slaughter. Like, you'd use some extra quarters, but not nearly as many as with Slaughter, probably. Damn it. One thing is I kind of wish that, I mean, he looks badass. I like that he's still chomping on my dead body. He looks kind of badass. I just wish he changed color like he did in the original game. Because apparently I thought it was multiple snakes that you were climbing. Apparently it was technically supposed to be all one that just changed color a lot. At least that's what I read. You can only trust these game wikis so much. Alright. He's not holding on to the ground as long, so he should be just about dead. They don't blink or anything like in the Ninja Turtles game, but they do tend to get a lot faster in the Battletoads games when they're almost dead. They did in the first one at least. I can't remember if that was a thing in the Double Dragon game. I don't think I ever played Battle Maniacs, so I can't really use that as a reference. Jesus. I do know this, having played the snapshot, his death animation is insane. He started moving slower. Oh yeah, look at that. Then you kick his head off screen. Feels very Duke Nukem. Scammy. Rabid Rudolph is my favorite. Gonad? Really? That's his name?
Mission complete.
Alright, so here's the bonus level with the Robo-Rat. I think you have a limited amount of time, or it could just be how long you survive. Except I'm not seeing the Robo-Rat at all so far, so... As I said, I've never played this, so I knew that bonus level existed. I assumed you were just fighting the Robo-Rat. Well, if I die and it boots me out of the level, we'll know how that's how the bonus level works. I'd like to at least get to see the Robo-Rat. Oh, I think it's safe to say I saw him. He looks like a rat. He looks like Splinter and Shredder had like a weird baby together. Oh, I don't think that was the Robo-Rat. I think that was just a really big rat. I wish I could pick up the wrenches after I kill them and, like, I don't know, throw them or something. Well, I kind of asked for that one. I can't get enough of drilling their faces off, I just can't. Please let me continue. Yes. See, this is kind of long. Maybe this isn't a bonus stage. Did that guy appear just to fart? Like, was he on the toilet just now? That was weird. Damn, son. I think one of the bosses, or maybe even one of the larger enemies in the Battletoads Double Dragons game has that, where they like pick you up by the head and slam you in the face with their knee. Really? They throw up? This game's got like weird toilet humor in it, where throwing up does damage to you. What am I supposed to be doing here? Oh, okay. I tried pressing up on it before and nothing had happened. Because I didn't do it right somehow. Damn it. Yeah, I lost the gun. It's not super easy to take these guys at once. Although actually, I think this was a snapshot and I remember doing fine. Not doing so fine now. Yeah, not only did I miss the first ladder, but then I missed that this one didn't go up all the way and I was trying to climb it instead of just jump off onto the ledge. I'm wondering, so this has like part of the ground sticking out of it? What's it doing on this ship? I like how the weapon just disappears while I'm eating flies. Whoa. I want to fight those ships. Okay. I don't know why it was important for me to watch the rats take a shit before I fight them. But look at that, this was 1994, and they already have transgender bathrooms. This game was progressive for its time. Damn it, son. Son of a bitch. It's the fact that he says eat this every time that really annoys me. He's really good at rubbing it in your face. Oh, I didn't realize you actually, like, squeeze him by the nuts and he yelps before you start punching him there. That is gruesome. Yeah, I don't like being kneed in the face. I'm happy to be fighting guys my own size. I want to know what they've been eating that their vomit is, like, toxic to me. I mean, they're rats, so really they could be eating anything. Oh, I didn't realize I actually, like, saw their heads off when I used that attack. That makes me want to use it a lot more. I like how his eye kind of pops out a little bit when you grab his crotch. These guys really do look like if Splinter and Super Shredder had a baby. I love that crunching sound when you grab them by the scrotum. I almost cross my legs a little bit every time I hear it. It's not quite as hard as watching that one scene from Casino Royale, but it still hurts a little bit. Oh, there's the super busty Dark Queen. From the look of her, it's a little cold wherever she is. I think this is her only appearance in the game. Her hair is extreme. Damn. Oh, it's a tax change when it has no arms, which makes sense. I thought I could pick them up and use them somehow. This is the first boss whose attacks really changed at all. Sucker. He's a little bit like Big Blag in the original game. If you get him in just the right place, you can back him into a corner. And there's Skuzz piloting him. Oh, so I didn't mention it back during the first level, but apparently General Slaughter is the only villain in the animated pilot, which I did not know existed. I'm going to be looking that up on YouTube later. He was originally the only character in the animated pilot who was referenced by name, or the only villain, sorry, besides the Dark Queen. And I think he's also the only one of the Dark Queen's henchmen who speaks in the animated pilot. The fact that I was only reading about this in terms of the pilot makes me think that the show was never picked up, which doesn't surprise me that much. I'll say, this is an impressive robot suit. Have you ever tried to jump that high on your knees? So the Dark Queen, if you've been watching her, she gets really happy when I get attacked, and then she like kind of flinches a bit whenever I manage to hit Skuzz. It's still funny to me that they gave her a nipple. Also, I think she's even bustier in the background there than she is in her profile screen in the game. And as I said, her hair's a lot more extreme too. I think they knew that children were oddly turned on by her, and they just tried to emphasize it as much as possible. There we go.
Mission complete.
Yeah, I don't know if one person alone can destroy that thing, but I think I did alright. So that was the bonus stage. I was wrong about the Robo-Rat being the bonus stage, which makes sense. Unknown caller, eh? I mean, it's clearly Big Blag. Kinda cool that you're on a jetpack in this instead of... Well, would you call it a jetpack when it has a rotor instead of a... Huh. Anyway, it's kinda cool that you're doing this instead of suspended on a line. Aside from if you count the bonus stage, which I don't know if you would, or why you would, this is the one level in this game without a boss fight, which is probably why they said unknown caller, even though it's obvious who it is. I kinda wish they'd given it a boss fight. I feel like the Battletoads have a decent enough rogues gallery you could if you wanted to. Oh, didn't know you could do that. I hadn't really tried pressing the jump button. Well, I might be doing that a whole lot more. I enjoy that. Oh, okay, so those little toad icons next to my health bar show me how many of these special attacks I have. So, may as well take out all those things with one of them. I'll save the last one just in case. These little bat things are so weird, but I love them. Way cooler than the ravens from the original game. Was not expecting them to pop back up like that. Whoa, wasn't expecting that to happen. You know, Reneth, I don't know if this game had controversy for violence, I was kind of reading about it earlier and I didn't notice anything about that. But, I mean, it's got so much more blood than the original game, and like, you're drilling people's faces off and decapitating them and shit. So if someone told me it had controversy for violence, I can't say I'd be super surprised. I mean, I think it's also the only arcade game I've ever played where you watch your enemies take a shit. Or grab them by the crotch before you... I still can't get over that. So yeah, I mean, it's... Because I think there's a context. Like, I would have thought of this as a really kid-friendly game, whereas Mortal Kombat, if you don't realize it's got some adult themes, you've got to be just kind of stupid. So it's like, I play some really gory games, but I'm almost shocked by some of what I've seen. So yeah, if there were controversy in this game, I would not be surprised in the least.
Mission complete.
This kind of starts you right into this one. Oh, that's kind of cool. You, Robo-Rat and Dark Queen are in the background of portraits there. So we're actually in the Dark Queen's mansion right now, which is why these portraits are here. In the original game she had a tower, in this one she has a mansion. Well, yeah, it is an old school beat 'em up, and that's why the violence in this particular game is so surprising. But yeah, BioShock Infinite, I agree. It's violent, but oh my god, is the storytelling great. You know, Battletoads is a game I don't... You'd have to have pretty low standards to be playing this for the story. Oh look, there's Big Black. Little preview of the guy we're about to be fighting. So apparently at some point after the new millennium, they actually planned on a sequel, like a new Battletoads game. But they couldn't think of a way to do it that they didn't think would fail. I'm almost interested, I mean, I kind of agree, but I'm almost interested to see what they would have come up with. But apparently part of what influenced them was a Ninja Turtles reboot that they didn't think was so hot, and they worried that, you know, that's what happens when you mess with nostalgia. Oh, they're talking about the TMNT video game that came out after the 4th movie. Okay. I wouldn't really call that a reboot. It struck me as a sequel to the original movies. At least there's some stuff in there that indicates that to me. But yeah, it did fail pretty hard. It wasn't great. And the game that they made to tie into it was just god-awful. So I'm not reading about much controversy, actually quite the opposite. A lot of people were kind of bummed because it didn't do well in the arcades and it became kind of obscure. But a lot of people considered it like one of their favorite games in the franchise and were really impressed by it. The reason they took more liberty with the violence is simply because it wasn't going to be on home consoles, and they figured, which seems like kind of backward logic to me. Like, because if it's going to be in home consoles, then parents can decide if their kids play it. If it's going to be in public, they might have a little less control. So I wonder if the violence didn't keep some arcades from housing it, and that might be why it didn't do so well. I have no idea, though. What I've read says nothing about that. That's just a theory. Apparently being featured in arcades instead of home consoles was also why they decided to make the Dark Queen so much more busty. And all of the things where, like, you're jumping at the screen, or this part, for instance, this was largely because Rare had just started experimenting with 3D graphics when this was released. So this game actually, I can see why it's on this collection despite being somewhat obscure, because I was wondering, why is this game I've never heard of on this collection, but like Battletoads and Battlemaniacs is not? And literally the reason is just that, or well, I don't know if this is just the reason, but a big part of the reason seems to be that it was kind of definitive for them at the time, because it shows one of the first experiments they did with 3D. So that's kind of cool. And sure enough, this is on the collection. This is the last pre-N64 game that they feature. Man, now that I know they had been planning a sequel, I just can't help but wonder, like, if it ever got into the planning stage at all, what some of their plans were. This reminds me a bit of that one part in the first level of the Ninja Turtles arcade game, where there's like big heavy boulders falling through a burning building for some reason. Also interesting, so another name that this game goes by is Super Battletoads, and that's because they had planned, much like the Ninja Turtles arcade game, a port for the Super Nintendo. But it just sort of never got released. They only worked on the first level and like really didn't even quite finish it before the project got scrapped. It's also, despite doing badly at the arcades, when they play tested it, it like did phenomenally. And they had thought it sold pretty well in their market. I guess just not a lot of people wanted to play it. I don't know, I think it's pretty fun. There's something I can't quite put my finger on that it's lacking, that games like Ninja Turtles and The Simpsons have. And even Scott Pilgrim, which is, you know, much newer. Like, it does feel like it's missing something. But it's a lot of fun. I would have, if my arcade had stocked this, I would have definitely played it. Kinda looks like they modeled Big Blag after Meatloaf. Wasn't expecting that. Now he looks a little more like his portrait from the main hall. I like how pretty much every time an enemy character says anything, it sounds like the same voice. Maybe that's why you don't fight the Dark Queen, is they just didn't want to hire another voice actor. Gotta say though, it feels a little weird that you come all this way through the Dark Queen's mansion to fight Big Blag and not the Dark Queen. Also makes me wonder, if you're at the Dark Queen's mansion, why would you leave to go to where the last level is? Wouldn't you just stay and keep looking for her? Maybe they'll explain it after this is done, but I don't think they will. Oh, he's turning red. I keep trying to figure out, I can't quite tell what those green things are wrapped around those poles. I think they're supposed to be like smaller versions of Karnath, maybe? Because I know in Battle Maniacs, I think they had some Karnath-like things. Did his belly button just pop off? Weirdest death animation ever. Also, I like how he got smaller when he was flying around than he was when I kicked him off screen. I still love that his name is Gonad. Collector of Corpses. I think that's the last time I have to fight General Vermin, which makes me happy. Hate that guy. I like his appearance, I just hate him. Robo-Manus weighs over 12,000 pounds. Yeah, so this is the last level, and it's pretty unique. I wonder how this level, if it plays any differently when you're playing as different characters. Because I would think, I mean, Rash moves faster, so I guess you could get to the other end of the little... I kept wanting to say ship, but it's not quite. It's like a weird platform thing. You know, I guess it would be easier to get to the other side of that. What I really wonder is Pimple, since he's the strongest, if his gun would do more damage, or if it wouldn't really have an impact on anything. Kinda wish I'd kept my laser, it was a lot cooler. So of all the characters, I'd say Robo-Manus, as far as redesigns, is my favorite. Big Black didn't change that much. Dark Queen just got a little hotter. Robo-Rat, I mean, that's new. But Scuzz on the inside pretty much looks exactly the same. He's just a little updated for the better graphics. And Karnath I actually had some problems with. But Robo-Manus, I mean, he literally just looked like a robot in the first game. And this one he actually looks cool. He looks more or less the same as he did in Battletoads and Double Dragon, which I keep mentioning because it was one of my favorite games as a kid. So yeah, this is kind of a long level. There's a snapshot of no, I guess it's not that part. Well, maybe it is this part. A similar part, and yeah, it's right here. There's a snapshot that starts right here. And it's literally just survived for 15 seconds, which is a cakewalk. which makes it funnier because it's the last snapshot of the 5 that you have to complete to get the achievement. Are those chairs? Guess their debris includes a lot of flaming chairs. If they're already on fire, why would a flamethrower destroy them? And again, I guess that's a moot question. I mean, earlier there was an enemy that was literally just a fireball. Shooting that shouldn't have done anything. I'm interested to see on the corpse court at the end of the level what these things are called. I wonder if those... Whoa, there he is. He's huge. I mean, I guess it did say he was like 70 feet tall, I just didn't believe it. Well, he seems to be getting a little pissed. So my problem on those fire attacks that he shoots at you is I kept trying to go the same direction as them when I obviously should have been going the opposite way. I didn't realize there were still missiles in play. Just got an achievement for beating 1,000 enemies. Well, I'd heard this was a long battle. I thought that meant he was going to change it up a little bit more than he has so far. Although, who knows? Maybe it's a lot longer and he is going to change it up. I mean, I'm not holding my breath, but it's possible. Alright. Okay, I guess he actually did change it up. It doesn't look like you can shoot those blue fireballs, or at least I haven't successfully. That's gonna make this harder. Because yeah, there's really no way to dodge those and still shoot his hands in time. The hell? Awesome. Well, now he's gotta be almost dead. I like how just by standing in that one spot, I managed to avoid getting hit for actually quite some time. Cerebral tissue detected, rerouting shields, defense shields active. Malfunction, shield power level low, 45%. Alright. So he's almost dead. Life support damage, condition critical, shield power 23%. So there should only be like 20 seconds maybe in this fight. %. %. %. Get him. And all of that stuff that was scrolling by included hi, my name is Robo-Manus. Have a nice day. Merry Christmas. It counts falling debris as an enemy. Well, no wonder I beat 1000 so easily. doesn't even show the name of those guys. I think it was Gristle. Well, if missiles count as enemies, then hell, I reached 1,000 enemies in close to just this level alone. Oh no, it's showing me the total right now, okay. I didn't realize the total was at the bottom. So it'll show exactly what pushed me over. Still, good lord, over half the enemies I've killed in the game came from just this level.
Mission complete.
That text is hard to read. It's a little easier now. Boats crash their bullet-ridden banger onto an empty planet. Okay. They escape completely unscathed. Using the teleporters that they just happen to have with them, they travel back to base. Well, I didn't really whip the Dark Queen's butt, because I mean, I didn't fight her at all. Mission time, just over an hour. It's a pretty decent length for an arcade game. I think it's pretty average. Well, that had its moments that weren't so great, but it wasn't a bad game, I don't think. Yeah, I can see, like, I think it sucks that it didn't do that well in arcades, but if I had the choice between playing this and something like Ninja Turtles or The Simpsons, I'd probably go for Ninja Turtles or The Simpsons. They're just, as far as side-scrolling arcade games go, this one's really good, but there were better options when this came out. I don't really know when Ninja Turtles or The Simpsons came out. They might not have been out in 1994. Alright. Does this. I don't feel like a child for doing it. Yeah, I agree, Reneth. Better ones. You really feel how different the characters are in that game, and that's pretty cool. Alright. I'm gonna go offline for a bit, and then I'll probably return as either Zitz or Pimple. I have not decided. Yeah, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, and in the meantime, thanks for joining.